Hey, there he is.
Hey, you made it.
Welcome, everybody. How's it going?
Live.
Mr. Chris Daniels, JB Gish, and Keith Thomas, man, the stud from Oregon. How's it going, man?
He's going.
He's going.
We're here.
We're live now.
Yep.
We're live now, Keith. So, no cussing. I'm just kidding.
You know them Oregon guys. Welcome, Keith. I know you've been involved in pulling, man, your whole life, damn near racing, pulling, all of it with your dad and everybody. So glad to have you on board tonight. I know I got some questions for you, some good ones, because I heard some really good stories about you growing up, and I remember meeting you you and Gish in Manchester when I was younger. So hope everything's going good, man. You doing good?
Oh yeah, doing good.
Statute of limitations has nowhere on here at all, so it's
Yeah,
it doesn't wear out. Yeah,
the Ford Chevy Dodge thing, it still works good. You know, people still argue. Hey, Keith, so what was your first pull? You know, remember you telling me that you started towing pull trucks around before you had your license, right? Or pretty close to it?
Yeah. My mom hated towing trucks, so as soon as I got my learner's permit, I was towing moonshiner with the fifth wheel and the Ford Dually down the road at 15 years old, and
Yep.
he's sitting in the passenger seat eating sunflower seeds, reading a book.
No, that's awesome, man. So I know this also. I've heard this not only from you but somebody else. So your dad never liked to stop going to pulls, right?
Nope.
No.
Not a bit. No, I mean,
They had a peanut trucker bomb, huh?
oh yeah. I remember. Oh my God! We were towing Bounty Hunter. My dad would not stop for nothing, and I told him how to pee, and he hands me his beer can and says, and then okay, I pee in the beer can, and I was like, okay, what do I do with it now? And he's like, dump it out the window. So I open the window and I'm pouring the piss out of the can, and it just splattering all in front of him. He was like, drove the whole, effing can, and but it was empty by then, so it didn't really matter.
True Al Thomas fashion right there.
Gomes has a question.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, what was the wheelbase, the moonshiner?
What were they? 173 on wheelbase?
174. Wow.
174, and they only weigh 6,200. So I remember that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those were cool. Those long freaking wheelbase supermods were badass, man. They were awesome. Yep.
No, they're the best. I think in Kentucky and Tennessee, those guys still run the long wheelbase out there. There's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Look them up. The Dews brothers, and there's a bunch of them out there now. But they actually got some old recycled trucks from the 80s. They're repulling now, but long wheelbase way out the back, just like the old school supermods.
Yeah, like why not?
Yeah. That was John Hansen.
Yeah.
Super Slimer, Trailer Trash.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hooters, all them. Pretty cool.
Slimer's been around a long time. That truck was, I think, early 80s when that was built. And then that Diamond T one also that was from, I think, Kentucky out there. That was a cool truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the KTPA is Petrol's. Yep, I watch some on YouTube all the time.
Those guys built some bad stuff.
But I sure miss seeing these go down though.
Oh yeah.
And
Hey, look out! It blew the
sign
down.
off. Yeah, Carl's 4x4 blew it out of there.
Well, it's cool. You're showing those things. I've got those of those too, and your dad's signature and stuff on there. That was when Shipman owned it, but that's Moonshiner.
Yeah.
And I got your mom's too with Renegade there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So you got the same thing. Yep.
I still have that one too. I think Val signed that for me at Medford that year. So yeah, it was cool.
I think that's where I got most of my signatures from Ron and Val and Al. All those people, you know.
Keith, do you have any pictures of the Mini? When your mom had the Mini?
I think I got one video on my phone, and then I got a picture of like one of my daughters, you know, sitting in it when she was maybe 2.
Yeah. Wow.
Man, your mom drove that thing so well. God.
Drove the wheels of it.
She loved that
too, Keith. You drove
it.
I could show up at a pull no matter where it was at, and just look at my mom and says, "What am I going to get to drive tonight?" And it was any tractor, you know. She was like, "You have any of the other ones that I drive, but you ain't driving my tractor."
Right.
You forget whose name's on the tractor. I mean,
Well, that one you drove, Keith, had the areas in it, didn't it?
It did. Yeah, that was probably the scariest thing that I've done. It was the very, very first pass with the Arius in there, and you know, of course, back in those days, we had no roll cages, no seat belts, no nothing. You know,
tons of horsepower,
roof, shoes, and suit, and a helmet, and for it. And so my dad screwed with the seat. The seat had a nice little concave at the bottom, you know, kind of hold your butt in there, but the motor was so damn big you couldn't really see nothing.
God.
He cut the seat, made it flat, and painted it. And so, I mean, honestly, first pass was Gridley, California with that motor in there. And the Azans kind of started a little hopping, and I mean, that thing was hooked. And I just kept sliding down in the seat further and further and further until the point where, like, my ass was on the SES.
Oh no!
The thigh holding the throttle wide open.
Yeah.
My feet were up on the valve covers, and my neck was like this, and I was looking straight up.
Oh my God!
I saw the blue and a few clouds here and there. I stayed into it for a bit longer than I should have, but yeah, I reached up after about, I don't know, an eternity, but it was maybe 3 or 4 seconds, and just hit the kill switch, and I glid to a second place finish still, but
nice.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Because after that, I told my dad, I was like, okay, I want a roll cage, I want sandpaper in the seat, and I want a seatbelt. And he just straight looked at me, he says, F you, your mom's going to drive the son of a bitch. Like, okay. So mom got a seatbelt and sandpaper, but no roll cage. I don't know if that thing still has a roll cage or not.
I'm going to try and send a pic. I think I still have a picture of it when you guys were down here in Lakeport. You were coming back from a pull and had 2 of the mini tractors on behind the little motorhome. So I'll see if I can find that and we can get it on here. I know you told me once, huh?
Send it to me in Messenger.
Okay. What was your favorite truck to pull? I think I remember hearing, but I can't recall. But I know you had a couple that were your favorite out of all of them because you guys built a bunch.
Blue Thunder was actually my favorite.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. Really? I've been every truck that my dad had, and I mean, Bounty Hunter, don't get me wrong, was fun. You know, our power, but honestly, with Blue Thunder, you could feel when you were going somewhere. I mean, you could feel the hook.
Yeah.
Bounty Hunter, I mean, you could sometimes, but
I think Blue Thunder's in the back of this picture. No, that's Sudden Impact. Never mind.
Yeah, Renegade and Sudden Impact.
Renegade
I
had
have
never,
no idea.
but I rode in it making a pass, but never drove it.
Oh, really? Okay. That was a cool
Yep.
truck too.
Way cool. Yeah, mom could drive that good. What Brad
yeah.
Campbell has it now, I believe.
Yep.
Still up there.
Yep.
Oh, isn't that the one that burned up at Solemnity this year?
Yeah, transmission. I think the transmission line blew off or something, and it caught on fire. And big old
Oh
flame.
no.
Yeah, big old flame.
Oh, I might have that picture. I'll go back.
Yeah, I may have that one too somewhere.
Now, weren't there
Keith, what was,
two
go
of
ahead.
those trucks? Weren't there two of those trucks? Like they were a couple years apart, or a few years apart, but I thought there was two of them that ran quite a bit.
Yeah, my uncle used to actually have one. It used to be Ratisfaction. Then he bought that, painted it. It was similar blue to Renegade. It was, I believe, it was probably a late 70s stepside.
Oh, okay.
And,
Yeah, Midnight Magic, I believe it was.
Yep.
And then you guys ended up getting that from Rick Myers was the one that had it last, right? It used to be white.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember two of those going.
Now that truck is still, last I'd heard, it ended up in Crescent City, and the guy had turned it from a pull truck into a drag truck. And that was the last I heard of. That was probably 15 years ago or more, but it was somewhere up there.
Yep. Yeah, it got from my understanding, it got sold and turned into a drag truck.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna minimize and go over and find this.
Hey, do that, will you?
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us know.
Hey,
We're doing one screen here.
Mopar guys are organized, so they got to have everything in sections.
And they talk their way through everything. Yep. Mhm.
Right, yes. We can wing it. Chevy guys, we got it covered. I mean, I take snow plows and everything up there.
distributor at the wrong end of the damn board. You got it covered.
That's Ruby, guys.
Hey, kiddo.
Only smart one of the bunch over there.
Yeah, she is more like her mom. Keith, what was your favorite place to pull at?
Probably Williams Lake, British Columbia.
Oh, right on.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Cool. Yep.
Yeah, with that was like my second pull ever when I was like 15 years old, and I mean, I love the sled that they used up there because it actually let you get you moving.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have those speed sleds back in the day, and
Right. Yeah.
let you get moving and kind of drag you down slowly, and sometimes it just wouldn't drag you down at all. And
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Keep on rolling, huh?
yeah,
Man, you guys covered some ground though. You guys pulled everywhere. Good grief.
Yeah.
yeah. I think
I remember Ely, Nevada. You guys went to Ely, Nevada a couple times.
yeah, the furthest north we went was the Saddle Dome, I believe, in Calgary, Alberta.
Wow.
And furthest south, I believe, was San Diego.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, the whole entire West Coast.
Yeah.
East to Ely, Nevada.
Salt Lake City, we did the Salt Palace once, and that was an interesting story there. I mean, it was so flipping cold, and me, my mom and dad were there. Decided that, you know, I had to have my camper bath, you know, 5-gallon bucket and
Yeah.
it, and
Oh, Al knew how to do it cheap, didn't he?
I walked from the camper back to where they were keeping the trucks, and my hair froze.
Oh, wow.
So we get back into where they were keeping the trucks, and they had these, like, you know, big diesel heaters, you know, on the motors and stuff like that. And I was like, my hair's frozen. My dad's like, well, go put your head in front of one of those for a couple. They see me running across the parking lot, you know, smoke going off my hair. I fried my whole head of hair.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
The camper, stuffed my head back in
Oh, Connor.
I've done some stupid stuff in my day. That was one of them.
And then your dad's probably like, "What'd you do that for?"
Yeah, what'd you do?
Here's some pictures from.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man.
Yeah,
That's one. And then
yeah,
Oh.
incredible. It really didn't do, I mean, a ton of damage, really. I kind of was looking over it, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah, it looks worse than it was, I guess, huh?
Yeah. But I mean, it did, it did its fair share, that's for sure. But
yeah, Lisa took these photos.
yeah.
Well, hot tranny fluid, man. It smokes and it looks nasty. It makes it look worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
My mom's got a picture in her den where it's got her driving the mini tractor in Tule Lake, and looks similar to that, the big old fireball and stuff. And I don't know, she walked out about 25 feet, went straight to the floor with the Arius, and about 200 feet, put her rod right out the side. Second or third time.
I bet she got a butt chewing from Al on that one, huh?
Oh, she didn't get any butt chewings.
Oh, yeah? Imagine that.
Right, because Al was afraid of her. I
remember my parents arguing once.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was, I mean, they didn't argue, they didn't bicker, they didn't do nothing. I mean, they always got along.
That's awesome.
The one thing
cool.
they had a fight about was bounty hunter.
Oh, really?
After the sign guy got done doing everything, on the back of the cab there was, Ed Welcher masonry, and it had a little cement trowel with cement on it, and of course it had a naked lady from a Playboy magazine on top of the trowel.
Oh, no.
Yeah, my dad thought that was the greatest thing, and we're going to places where there's kids Keith's age or younger.
Yeah,
you've seen that.
Right.
So after about 3 hours of the argument, my mom just looks at me and says, "Go to Nate's house and play basketball or do something. Just leave."
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay, I'll let you.
About 8 hours after the argument started, I called home. Is it safe to come home yet? No.
No.
Eating dinner at my buddy's house. Stayed there till 9 o'clock and went home. And that was
that's awesome.
the argument. And the next day, she had a bikini painted on her by my mom. So, but yeah,
that's amazing.
That's awesome.
I remember them having in my life.
That's cool. That's good.
That's way cool, man.
Yeah.
Here's
it's a good one. It lasted all day, and
yeah. Wow.
I don't know.
That's really neat.
Get rid of me. But it worked.
Good people.
No, well, back in the old days, there was no cell phones. You had to do the rotary or the push button, pick up a big heavy. But hello, that was real phones back then.
Yeah.
Then you probably had to send a bird or something with a message.
That's your day, Chris. That's your day.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's your day. When I was back in the 40s. Yeah, there you go.
That's the reason why that's the reason why he couldn't get the road fish for the Donner Party. So.
Oh,
jeez! Wow!
Horseback.
Here's a good picture, a good lineup of the supermods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's Wildfire up in the corner too.
It's got one of my favorites with Rat Poison. I know everybody's favorite Locomotion, Moonshiner, and Bounty Hunter.
I don't know why you like Rat Poison.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either. Yeah.
Hey, John, look between Locomotion and Moonshiner. You can see the top of a Bronco. That was Crazy Horse.
Is that Crazy Horse picture?
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah.
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 It was so short. It was about half the size of the bed on Locomotion. The whole truck would fit in the back. But that thing pulled in like
it almost looks like a pit vehicle.
Yeah.
That thing pulled good too, man. I think that's still around, right, Gish? Didn't you say that was still around or somewhere up there?
I don't know about that one.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
it was Crazy Horse or War Horse. It was. Let's see. Was it Crazy Horse, Chris? Let's see.
I don't remember.
He was up there out of Oregon, but yeah, that was a cool truck too.
At the end of a full, yeah, probably.
So hey, Keith, when did you guys decide you're gonna build your own sled and start doing pulls up there? I think what was that, 86 maybe, 87?
Somewhere in that range, yeah. Dad made friends with Dick Lee, and
Nice.
next thing you know, him and one of his buddies went to Ontario, and a couple, 2-3 weeks back, they show up with a sled. And so we painted it and all that good stuff. And at the time, my dad was renting a shop because he had too much crap for the house.
Shocking.
There and do it. And then seemed that when we would go up north and go into Canada and stuff like that, they had a mini sled up there, but we really had nothing down here at the time. And so he just built away and
Where did that end up, Keith? You know,
the mini sled, I believe my brother still has it.
Oh, does he?
Oh, really?
Wow.
Nice.
Huh.
Yeah, Mike Lewis ended up with the original sled.
No, he traded it off.
Oh, he got rid of it?
Argie's have it down in Hollister now, I think.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. But it's like they started to put a cab on it and stuff. I don't know what happened, but needs a lot of work. And now with everybody doing speed sleds, it's
Warhorse. Yep. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Route. Yeah, it wasn't Crazy Horse, right? Sorry, guys, it was Warhorse. Yeah, right on. Thanks, Ralph.
Limited edition. Yeah. That's cool.
Huh. Yeah, I forgot about that one, Mary. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a pulling suck, just like Gold Rush and Revenue, man. That thing, short wheelbase, get after it. Yeah. Ford, Chris, you're happy, Ford. So it did good. Yeah. Good.
Gotta be happy with that.
Heck yeah.
So Keith, where did it all start?
Honestly, Frank Serose of Serose Motors in Klamath Falls had bought Old Yeller, which was previously, Bounty Hunter.
Right.
And, I guess he was having a hard time getting it to run right. And so he got a hold of my dad, had my dad come over, and I think he tuned it right before the Klamath Falls show and did really well with it. And after just a little bit, I think he, was excited to get into the sport. But then I don't think it really met the expectations he had. So he ended up offering it up to my dad, and my dad's like, hell yeah.
Nice.
And so, they stripped everything off and started painting. And I mean, honestly, the original color of Bounty Hunter was not red.
No, yellow.
Well, I mean, besides the yellow.
Oh.
The first paint job they had got, if you see like the silver that is on the sides of the flatbed.
Oh.
Inside of the cab is silver.
Oh, it was silver.
Okay. Oh.
Huh. Gave it to his body guy and said, here you go, give me a paint job. And it came out silver. And my dad's like, no, that don't work. And so he sent the cab back, and they ended up painting it red. And of course, the name Bounty Hunter. My dad was Connie Coletta.
What's that?
So that's Connie Coletta's name of his drag car back in the day. And
yep.
I guess when my dad was younger, he was at a show and was having a hard time with his drag car, and Connie Coletta came over and just started wrenching on his car and telling him what was wrong and what he to do. And next thing you know, I mean, car went out there and did what it was supposed to do. And so, yeah, that's how he came up with the name Bounty Hunter.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's cool. I know your dad and uncles, they raced.
So I think late 82 is when they started.
Yeah.
With Bounty Hunter. And then, of course, everything else happened thereafter,
Yeah.
my dad always had a philosophy that if the family's having fun, everybody's having fun. So
Yeah.
that's when he shortly after that he built Renegade in the garage and just went from there.
Yeah.
And then had to make all these vehicles to get them to the shows.
Yeah.
Trailers and oh my gosh, it was a parade.
That hauler with the rear engine or the engine behind the cab and
Yeah, generally.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
Rick, your brother's got that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got it out. He's had it at a couple pulls the last couple of years. It's been cool to see it.
Yeah.
So
Hey Keith, isn't the injection that was on Renegade, wasn't that off of one of your dad's drag cars he won a lot of races with, Dragster, or was it Fiat?
It sure was. It was name of most of my dad's drag cars was the Red Baron. He had a front engine dragster that belonged to Gary Ormsby because
Nice.
we're from Roseville, and so was Gary. And before he went to when he went to the rear engine car, then my dad was able to buy his last front engine car, and he had the old Enderley stack injection, and that was late 60s, and that was it was still on Renegade when we sold it.
Nice.
Cool.
Huh. Very cool.
Very
cool. Valve covers that were on Bounty Hunter were valve covers that he had on that same drag car in the 60s.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah. It must have been a lot of work for him to keep all them things running, you know.
Oh yeah, it was nonstop. I mean, that man wake up in the morning, bacon and toast every morning, and next thing you know, he was in the shop. Mom would call him in for dinner, sometimes for lunch if he was hungry. Call him in for dinner, he'd have dinner, and then shut the shop down about 8 at night, and come in, watch a TV show or two, and have a bourbon 7, and
night.
That's awesome. Yeah, he was
so
one
go through the progression from starting with Bounty Hunter, then what came next all the way down through.
Okay.
If you can do that, I'll be impressed.
Then I went to Renegade, and then shortly after that, we sold Renegade, bought Moonshiner, I believe, late 80s. Then him and Gary Fersman had Blue Thunder, and then he bought Gary out of that, ran that for a while, ended up selling that
to Hank, right? Doesn't Hank have that?
Yeah, I mean, Hank did. I think his ex-wife still has it, maybe, possibly. That last place I knew of. Hank's first wife, I believe she got it when they got divorced.
Oh.
Hank Meadows?
Yeah. Yep. And then after Blue Thunder was gone, then Wildfire came along.
Mm-hmm.
That used to be Popeye's Express, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep. And that came along. I mean, I liked the truck. I just thought it was a pretty truck.
Yeah, it's a neat looking truck. Mm-hmm.
I mean, never hooked worth a crap, but
yeah.
Most all of his trucks, besides Bounty Hunter and Renegade, I think truck after that was painted by Wiley Post in Susanville.
Oh yeah, he had the Money Pit, didn't he?
Money Pit, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he painted Wildfire, Moonshiner, and
Natural High.
Natural High.
Natural High, yeah, he had for a little while.
Yep, we had Natural High for a bit. After a while,
GM body, right?
What?
With the Natural High with the GM body, right, or with the
Ford? The Ford body.
The Ford body.
Okay.
The dually.
The dually.
Coming to you, JB. I got a picture.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah, they had already changed it over the dually body before Al bought it.
Yeah.
I still like the Jimmy body that was on it.
That thing was cool looking. Yeah, red, white, and blue. That was a good looking body. Yeah, it was. That Dan Moore, right? That he had that.
Yeah.
And then, I think Dad sold Moonshiner to a guy out of Bend. I think his name was Todd Haley.
And they became a monster truck.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had a monster truck.
Mm-hmm. I remember seeing that at Sublimity a couple times.
Yeah.
And I think he still called it Moonshiner, if I remember right.
I think so.
Yeah, it still had the body. Yeah.
All the body and the paint job, everything was the same. Yeah.
Why repaint it and re-letter it? It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then came along Shark Attack.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mom drive that whenever I wanted to. She just did not like it at all.
No.
She said the thing never hooked for her, and she just didn't like it. She'll stick with the tractor, and and then I think Shark Attack, and then they sold I believe to the Colemans up in
Yeah, he still has it. Yeah, he still has it. Yep.
Trying to think if I missed any anywhere.
Keith, didn't you guys have tea time for a little bit?
No.
Or not tea time, dream tea.
No.
Oh, Dream Tea was Rosen.
Yeah, Rosen had that, and it ended up going somewhere in Oregon for a bit, and then I don't know what happened after that.
Yeah.
And tractor wise, my tractor, that's it. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
We bought from somebody out of Portland, I believe Jerry Strode built the chassis.
Huh.
And I think that was late 88. I think my first pull with that was on my 15th birthday in Kamloops.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. Steve, what do we call him? Steve Cabo Campbell.
Yeah.
Yep. Campbell's got a couple comments on here.
Yeah, he said hello. Yeah.
Yeah. He's in Cabo a lot too.
Hey, Keith, how about Medford? Ha. Yeah, he's asking.
Oh, that's Brad. That's Brad. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Brad is.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I remember a lot of times.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
A lot of partying and having fun. I know that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Campbell's not a party, that's for sure.
Yeah, me and Steve had our very first pulls in mini tractors. I think we were both 15 years old. And
Oh,
that's
wow.
awesome.
Right on.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I got to explain this one a little bit. Brad's got you on this one.
About Medford.
Yeah.
Medford.
Oh, I mean, everybody was tanks. I mean, they were, I mean, I don't even know how they were walking.
Oh, wow.
I mean, Canadians can drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They ended up locking the gate to get back in, and if I remember right, Brad and Steven had to climb a fence to get back to their motorhome.
That's awesome.
And oh my God, that was a horrible fate for both.
No.
Now, there's a lot of good stories about Medford for sure. I know one of them was there was a bet over the 4-day pull, and I think Val Dryden lost, and he had to drink a 6-pack of beer out of somebody's boot before he went home. Wearing that cowboy boot all weekend. I'm trying to remember who it was, but yeah, I remember several people talking about that story. So you lost, so you're going to drink out of this boot. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
I go RB Slagle. That was a guy you didn't want to get into a contest with drinking
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. RB.
Yep.
He was just a fun old guy.
Yeah, he was. He was
neat guy.
Yeah, very neat guy. Yeah.
We got a couple of videos here. I'll play one. I'll play this one first.
Last night he did a real fine job in it. I'm sure he's going to do it again tonight.
Well, that sounds good.
Yep, that was cool. That thing stood up right away.
And a high hitch on them suckers.
Yep. Yep.
Sound like an Oldsmobile in it.
Hey, high powered General Motors product.
High power.
It rained for like a week before that pull, so that's how good he did. So just so you know. Right?
Oh. Is that the secret?
Yeah.
And then we got one, a bounty hunter that Jason sent me.
That's such cool.
Awesome.
Well, and you gotta give it to Jack Wheatley, man. He did a good job with that truck. It looks beautiful. You know, he made it back to the way Al had it, and but it's so funny. It was Cheryl, you know, his wife that drives it. She's always talking about how because I always told her, I said, Bounty Hunter had a sound to it. It's just something, the way the exhaust was, whatever it was, it had a different sound to it than any other truck out there. Yeah. And she was all bummed out when I think they blew out the motor or something like that. And they changed something, and she says, it doesn't sound the same anymore. Blah, blah. And it's like, well, but Bounty Hunter had that sound, you know, and it would lope. It would make that just a cool sound when it would lope. That was such a cool truck.
Like a drone sound, like a
sound. Kind of, it was neat. It was neat.
That was probably the hardest decision we ever made.
Oh yeah,
to sell that thing, because
I bet.
I mean, I really didn't want to, and I think my brother was kind of indifferent, and it had been sitting for a while. It was in pretty rough shape, and so when my brother called me, he says, "Hey, Jack Wheatley wants to buy it." I was like, "Really?" And he was like, "Yep." And I was like, "What are your thoughts?" He was like, "Well," he said, "you're going to rebuild it, you know, back to, you know, the way it was, you know, and stuff like that." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And so, and I asked my brother, like, "What do you want?" And he told me what he wanted. And I was like, "Okay, that's fine. Whatever." Yeah. And I mean, I really didn't think they were going to pay for asking. And then, holy shit, they were there in a week and picked it up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they were excited about it. I know. And I remember when he first came out with it, we were up in Tonasket, Washington, and it was just shocking to see it. And it brought back a ton of memories for sure.
Awesome.
And just to have it back the way it looked, you know, I mean, yes, it was shortened up, but just to have the cab back the way it looked, and then how he's got in memory of Al Thomas on there, and it's just they did a fine job. They did a fine job. Yeah,
they sure did.
Yeah,
cool to keep all the old trucks still going. You know, that's something that you know, some people care about, some don't, but it's good to have the history still going. You know, especially West Coast. You know, we're not a huge pulling area like Midwest and stuff, but there's like you guys, all a good hardcore group that keep it all going, which is awesome. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if we don't have any better sense or or what, but
and I think it's right. Well, I think it's always neat is when someone buys a truck like Bounty Hunter or like Half Breed and they bring it back looking like the original owner has it. That's kind of neat. I mean, you know, it just, especially the staples like those trucks, you know, it's just it's neat that they do that instead of changing the name. Which, you know, if changing the name, make it your own, that's cool. But when they bring it back and keep it like it was, that's really cool.
Well, a great example is Jason down here, you know, with Half Breed. The only change really on the whole truck is the Ingham Brothers on the front, where you say Carl's 4x4, and that's the only change on the whole truck. You did back 100% historical.
Yep. No, I think
tried to. You know, we've been contacted. Huh? Yeah.
Driver's way.
Yes.
Way different. Yeah, he's nuts. You don't even talk to that guy. Weirdo.
Anybody driving a 2-wheeler's got, you know, a couple screws loose.
Told you, Chris, anytime, man. If we get somewhere early, just bring your helmet. Just get it.
Yeah,
just try it.
my crayons. I'll be ready to go.
You too, Gish. All you guys. Just the keys are in it. Just take it.
Yeah. Might as well finish off my back. I'll be done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, don't drop it. Just stay in it. Even if you're gonna hit something, just stay in it.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Well, Gish, you too. Your guys' truck's been around what, late 70s, early 80s, and it's still red, still double ugly too. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Chris, you too. I mean, you started what, late 80s?
86, yeah.
Yeah, awesome, man.
No, it's neat. It's neat. Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good to do that. And it's kind of cool to see even some of these guys online on, you know, Midwest and West Coast that got some of the old stuff back out and they're redoing it. Like even Loudmouth Lime. I mean, that was a big time tractor back, I think, out of Ohio, and that's redone. And Thumper, Dan Utz's old tractor, somebody got a hold of that and kind of upgraded it, but still same paint, same lettering, you know, new motors, cage, all that. But it's good to see that stuff, man. I'm just hoping one day somebody gets a hold of the Banner Brothers stuff, because, man, those guys, for what they had and what they used, they kicked butt forever with those tractors.
Yeah.
Smart guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
No doubt.
I saw a picture of Locomotion the other day, and
let's not start talking about that. Oh, sad.
That was, I think, the last truck that I sign painted was Locomotion.
Oh,
yeah, wow. You do lettering too. Yeah, you painted lettering on lots of trucks, didn't you, Keith?
A lot of tractors and trucks and
nice.
And
yeah.
Dang. Okay. Tell us a good road story, Keith. Good road story. Something driving home or going to a pole. There's got to be some good ones, because it's not all about the pole. Sometimes it's getting there and getting home.
Oh yeah, we had one time. It was like my best friend. It was after our senior year. He decided he was going to spend the summer with us, and Dad said we'd put him to work. And I mean, my buddy Steve, he just he always drinking water. I mean, you see that kid anywhere, he had a gallon of water in his hands.
Ooh.
And I mean, we're driving the same dually that I was driving with my mom, and you know, he's like, "Man, I gotta go to the bathroom." I was like, "There ain't no bathrooms out here, man. We're going to like Elko, Nevada."
Yeah, right, middle of nowhere.
No, Ely's no middle of nowhere. Elko actually had indoor bathrooms.
It was one of the two.
Yeah.
So I pulled over. He peed. Got going back on the road. I swear to God, it was 5 minutes later. And I got to pee again. I was like, "You can't be serious." He's like, "Yeah." And so I just reached in the back seat, found his empty gallon of water, and just handed it to him.
There we go.
There you go. We're not pulling over.
You know, and here's two 17-year-olds just cruising down the road, you know, and so he was like, "Well, I can't do it right here." I was like I got kind of stand up, and I was like, "There ain't no standing up. It's in the dually."
Scoot forward.
So he gets in the back seat, climbs in the back seat. He's kneeling on the back.
Oh wow!
You know, he's trying to pee in this gallon water jug, and we hit some bumps, and
oh no!
Down there's pee flying. And, I started laughing so goddamn hard that I damn near went off the road and killed both of us.
Oh no! Don't do that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was turning into my dad.
Oh yeah, right, yeah. Yeah. Here's a beer can.
Yeah. Hurry up. We're not stopping. We got to get there.
It's so funny.
I think the older you get, the more you realize that you're a lot like your dad.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, I sent my mom a picture the other day, selfie out in front of the beach here,
Yeah,
and she was like, "Damn, you look like your dad."
yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, good thing he was a good-looking solid guy."
right.
When it was dark. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, man, you guys were going just to think about all the work, the prep before the season, with the sled and all the trucks and trailers and haulers and tires. That's I know a lot of people don't think about that, but it's not, just getting to the pole, but everything involved, getting everything ready. I mean, you guys had a lot of rigs going everywhere all the time.
And a sled.
And a sled, yeah. And you had to set the track up and clean up after. Yeah.
Headsets and the chalk line and the everything to make it.
Good help in those days. I mean, we had old Fast Freddy, our flagger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fast Freddy. Yes.
Pee Wee hooking the trucks up.
Yeah.
And then all us kids running around doing the measurements afterwards.
Exactly.
Taking the ground and running the tape measure to the next 100-foot mark. And
yeah.
Learn how to add and subtract.
Yeah, real quick. Yeah.
I said measurements really well by the time we were probably like 12.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, we sure did. Yep.
You make some money on the side if you pull that tape a little bit tighter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially with the Ford guys, they need a couple more inches.
Oh,
they always need help.
They didn't have a long enough tape. We were so far out there.
Right. Yeah. Fast Freddy, right? Freddy.
Yeah, Freddy.
Yep, Fast Freddy. Yep. God, that dude could run backwards so freaking.
Oh
fast.
yeah.
He was impressive.
The squirrel,
Yeah,
boy.
impressive.
He was a squirrel.
Yep.
Yeah, it was crazy with that freaking poker in his back pocket sticking straight up.
Yeah.
He's basically sprinting backwards. I mean, a good tumble, he just stabs himself in the kidney.
Yep. He would have. Yeah, he was impressive.
Yeah.
And Father Nam running the sled.
Yeah.
Jeff.
I remember seeing him running backwards one time and he fell. He hit a little bump or some dirt and got back up, did a cartwheel and grabbed the flag. I mean, it was like he never even missed a hitch.
Yep. And then we had Modi Howard. He was doing the sled for a while.
Yeah.
Bruce Dunn, he'd done it for quite some time as well. So
Rooster, man. Oh, Rooster Dunn.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Rooster had that orange, 70 Chevy for a while, step side that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
He pulled that for a while, old Rooster.
Remember Bill Drury doing the announcing?
Yeah.
He was a good announcer.
Yeah,
He was good.
Yep.
That was the thing I hated most about pulling is whenever the announcer wouldn't make it, then my dad said, "Okay, you're doing it."
Oh no.
No. And I did it about 3 shows, but the worst part of it is like when you talk into the microphone, you hear yourself like 2
It's
seconds.
delayed, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You have to wear earplugs just like I do it because
Yeah.
Just get on there. Sunday, be there this weekend.
That's right.
Yep. For sure.
Hi, Carrie.
Hey, Carrie.
Carrie said hi. Oh, that's cool.
Well, and now didn't the guy that bought Wildfire, didn't he buy the sled from you guys too? You guys sell the sled to him too, right? Or no?
No, he bought Natural High.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he bought the sled, then he bought Natural High without the motor, and then he ended up buying one of the mini tractors for the motor to put in Natural High, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Yeah, Steve Lewis had Natural High last. Remember, guys, he painted it was of green and purple.
Lime
green and Ford motor in it. And
The last time I saw that truck is for sale at the
swap meet.
Yep.
Turlock swap meet. You bet. You're right, JB. It was parked over in the corner. He was selling it.
Interesting.
He had Wild Child for a while too.
Yeah.
That was a white Ford, yellow lettering, right? In the Ford, wasn't it Ford, Chris?
Yeah, originally, yeah.
Oh, then it was purple, and then didn't Doug get a hold of it, and then it was.
Yeah, then Doug sold it back to the original owner.
Oh, right on.
He lives in Montana now, I think. Think of the kid's name. The one that has
Wildfire. The last thing I knew was Josh Graves and those guys all had that because actually Titsworth, myself, and my cousin Jonathan went and looked at it at Bill Arzey's place because he was looking at buying it for the frame to start building another truck, and that's the last place I remember seeing a Wildfire.
It was still a roller, wasn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
missing like transfer case, all that stuff, but it was still a roller that I remember because what was his name from Reno that had Smoking Outlaw?
Yeah, Smoking Outlaw that I bought the headers on my trucker from that truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had it.
Rick,
and then it ended up back in Stockton, right, JB? I think it ended up back there when Arzey's and them got a hold, or somebody did, but it was Bill. What was his name, Chris?
I thought it was Rick.
Rick.
Rich. Oh, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, Smoking Outlaw. And
Yeah.
then I think yeah.
He was in Reno for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I think my dad tried every type of suspension on the front of that thing that you could think of.
Yeah.
Actually, that truck was the one that I got the idea to do the single airbag. Was off of Wildfire.
Oh.
And that's why I run single airbag right now. Only that was a pancake style.
Thank you.
Airbag on there.
Yeah, he started off with leafs, then he went to airbags, and then went to the mono airbag, and then he thought the frame was too rigid, so he started cutting holes and stuff, and it just
Yeah, because the connection point for the front axle is way back, almost to the back axle.
Well, that used to be the thing because I remember waiting around used to have the same thing when he'd come up in a tower behind the cab.
Yeah, like how
like Yellow Fever's that way too.
Yeah, Yellow Fever's that way.
Yeah, but only they're in the cab. But yeah, waiting around used to have it up behind the cab. There was a couple other trucks that did it that way too, but it worked.
Waiting around was an awesome truck, man. That was out of Chico, and then it sold to Rich McAllister out of MacArthur.
Yeah, and then he sold it and went back east somewhere. I don't know where, but man, I wish
You're gonna start making Chris cry. Chris cry.
I really wanted that truck.
That's why I'm gonna find a good picture of that truck and just leave it on the banners in here that I can just put up there.
Hey Keith, correct me if I'm wrong, but when Waiting Around first got built, or maybe a couple years into it, didn't your dad make it run super modified because of the cubic inches of that motor?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
No, his first motor was 514 or something.
Okay.
This is what Denny was telling me. And then he went up to the 657 or whatever it was there at the end. But I think he did run with super modifieds, but I think it was just
how he could do, but
just to see how he could do. And actually he ended up beating them all.
that truck ran hard.
Oh God, it was
yeah. Chris, what was his? I'm drawing a blank. What was his name from Chico?
Donnie Hayes.
Thank you,
Donnie Hayes.
Thanks, Keith. Yep.
Donnie Hayes.
Yeah, that was a cool truck. That was awesome Ford. My favorite Ford though, beside Mr. Daniels, was Misconception. So
yeah.
I was up Peggy's truck.
She ran good.
Yeah, she did.
She ran real good.
Best Ford I liked, I think, was Tinker Toy.
Yeah.
Bruce McClintock. Yep.
He was Chico too.
Yeah. Yep. Almond farmer. He passed away here.
He did?
Oh, right.
Oh, bummer, man. He spent a bunch of money. He had Ford 9-inches, I think, in that, didn't he, Chris?
Yeah,
with different hubs and stuff?
Yeah. That all went to Crawford's. They bought it from him, and then they moved back east. So I don't know where they took it now. But they just took the body. They just took the body and put it on Addiction's frame, basically.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So all the planetary 9 inches. I think they still have, as far as I know. I don't know.
Man,
No,
it seemed like it worked because that's it. That right there, that picture was taken at Redwood Acres in Eureka.
Don't make me drool.
And look, right behind
That's
waiting
delivery.
around Chris is Paul Lishman's King truck before it was
Yep.
Captain Hook.
Yep, King truck. Yep.
And then
Paul
isn't that
got
Frank? That's Frank Wilkes special delivery.
Yeah.
In the back.
yeah.
Yeah, and look, hey,
Yep.
Gish, look right in front through the tinted window. What's in front of Frank's truck? Half breed. Look, it's a red
is it really?
line.
Is it?
Is it?
You guys have damn good eyes to see that.
Yeah, I can
You
see
can't
it.
now, but man,
Yeah, look
yeah.
through there. You can see just the
Wow.
top of the bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's awesome.
No, that wait,
Now Chris can do his advertisement here. Has anybody ever seen this truck? Please contact the truck
Yes.
in Nevada.
you seen it,
Contact
please
Mr.
let me know
Daniel.
where it's at.
No, that was a good hooking truck, man.
Yeah,
Everywhere it
well,
went. I
yeah,
mean,
that was. Yep.
Yep.
Tucker said that was the only truck he's ever scared of.
Right?
oh, right on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, remember Bruce McClintock and Coelho, and even let's see, it was Jim Roach that had Brute Force. Those guys did USHRA for a few years. I know Coelho did it longer, but I know Bruce went out with Tinker Toy and did some of that too for a few years.
Yeah, I remember that. He had a Ford Dually 4-door with a Paxton supercharger on the 460 that he towed his enclosed trailer. His enclosed trailer was a 20-ton trailer that he enclosed in steel, so you know the whole thing had to weigh a bunch.
Yeah.
That truck would tow all over the country with that thing.
That's
Insane.
funny.
I think he had a splitter in it too. But man,
That's crazy.
crazy. Leishman was that way too. He had a supercharger in a motorhome. 460 motorhome, he put his supercharger in.
No, that's cool.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Keith, yes, you guys remember this story. I got to bring it up, but I'm just going to say it again because I love it. Corky the clown. I mean, how many pulls can you go to in today's world where a clown has a live shotgun and blows holes in kids' hats? I'm just saying. Come on. You see that. You're handing your hat from the stands. The guy, he fell out of Cardiff Giant, I think, in Reno. He was riding in the back with Brian Cardiff and Dewey and them, and they jumped over the cars, and he did a flip out the back and landed on. Got messed up. But
yeah, the one. So I don't remember him a ton, but the one I think I do remember him is he was running around with a fire extinguisher, and it was at the Memorial Coliseum here in Portland. Running around with a fire extinguisher, and he sprayed. What's his name? The announcer.
Dave Matthews.
He sprayed Dave Matthews with a fire extinguisher, and it was one of the ones with
no.
the foam in it. So it made him sick, you know.
Oh no!
And I remember as a kid walking down the back hallways in the Coliseum there, and Dave Matthews sitting in the back. I mean, he was not feeling good because that guy hit him with a freaking.
Oh no! Well, Keith, you remember Klamath? He was shooting holes in hats and all kinds of stuff.
I remember as a kid that I got to ride in Cardiff Giant at Memorial.
Yeah.
And of course, the thing had lap belts in it. And open face helmet on, and Dewey's on my right, and Brian's on my left, and Dewey. I mean, Corky's right behind us.
Yeah.
He just flat looked at Dewey and was like, "Is he okay back there?" I was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. He's good."
I think there's a picture of my.
Honestly, you couldn't see anything because they had the lights turned down, spotlights on it.
Right.
All of a sudden, we're doing a wheelie, and it's just like, woohoo!
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I mean, I was more, I had more attention going to like checking on Corky behind me.
Yeah.
I was trying to make sure he was still there.
Right.
Oh man.
That guy
that guy was nuts. Just nuts. Cardiff Giant, though, that was my favorite. I remember there's a picture of my sister and I sitting in the wheels of it, and it was in the parking lot at the Portland Coliseum there. Yeah. Yeah.
I remember flipping over in Reno in the pond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, in the pond?
Well, yeah, it's called Virginia Lake, and it's just basically a big pond, right? He was out there trying to go across it, and he was doing fine, and he must have hit something, and it
put the right on.
No.
Yeah. So they got it back up on the shore, drained the water, and put the oil in it. It was good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the body shop, Chris, that helped those guys out. You know, when they flipped it over in the water, they took it there and cleaned it. And,
Probably.
oh, Yulebra, yeah, those big
Oh,
drag racing bros there, man.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Cool stories.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, Corky's in the back, I think, if you look close.
Is he?
Look, yeah.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, I told you I have that picture. He's in the back.
Got some good eyes, Ingham, man. You see all that stuff.
Hey, I remember seeing that stuff saying, man, that dude's going to fly out of the back of that truck. There's no way around it. No way.
Yeah.
He would.
Can you
He'd hold
imagine
on.
doing that
Couple fifths
now
of
in this
whiskey
day and
and
age?
he's good.
No, not at all.
Oh, that's why they have safety now.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
that.
Yep, for sure.
Man.
All the
Oh,
crazy
that's awesome.
times.
Oh yeah, big
That's
time.
awesome.
All
Well,
right,
thanks.
Chris, what's your question, Chris? You got a good one for him,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Didn't you? Or let's see.
No.
So if you could drive any pulling vehicle, whose would it be and where? Keith?
Probably. I'm guessing, or I'm not guessing, but I'm thinking Final Drive.
Oh, really?
I want to see what one of them Sonny's motors like has.
Right? Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah. I
Talk
mean,
to Donnie about that.
Yeah.
drivetrain, everything like that would totally be that. From nostalgia, it would probably be Double Ugly.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
Right on.
love the body, love the way it stands, the wheels. I mean,
Keith, trust me, you wouldn't fit, man. I can't even fit in that. There's no way.
We'll make-
For a little kid in there,
We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen.
I mean, I just had to get rid of my drag car because, you know, getting certain age, stuff's failing on me, like hips and knees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come back to
Well,
pull on you.
essentially isn't part of you guys running on Double Ugly
What's that?
in the fuel tank.
Oh yeah, similar fuel. Yep, same fuel tank. Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Yeah. That's because they're praying that thing holds together. So
Yeah, exactly right.
Hey.
Got you, Ingham. I got you.
Oh, that's funny.
But I think there's a bunch of trucks I wouldn't mind driving. I mean, like,
Yeah.
you know, Denny Tucker's, that thing goes.
Oh yeah.
A lot of nostalgia there.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just intrigued by those Sonny's motors that Mr. Donnie has.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to sit in a cab and hear a motor spinning $9,000. It would be kind of interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Open your wallet. That's all you need.
Yeah, right. That would be amazing.
Those things are pretty amazing. He told me that you know he spent all the money he could on the big Ford motor for rags, and still couldn't make the power that Sonny's could for the same money.
Isn't that
So
insane?
It was no brainer. He said,
Right.
Yeah.
Do that. So, but
Yeah, a lot of these no prep cars got Sonny's motors in them, and it's like,
yeah. He definitely figured out, you know, flow and torque and everything in those.
Yeah.
They're kind of like a two-stroke. They
Yeah,
don't have a whole lot of wind. But man, you get you launch above 6,500 and you're good to go.
Yep.
But below that, you're struggling.
Right.
Yeah, the RPM range on those, I mean, you can hear it just keeps stepping up compared to the old days where it'd start, you know, a little lower and kind of stay even. Now it's 150 feet and then let it rip.
Yeah.
Well, that's so we're used to just, you know, getting in it and getting and flooring it, right? Well, with those you can't because it'll just keep going.
Yeah.
It's like nothing's there, you know.
Well, what's incredible is when he could wander down the track at 200 and some odd feet, and then all of a sudden he lays into, you're like, oh, there was more. Holy crap.
There's more. There's more. Look behind door number 3.
All of a sudden they get 80 mile an hour tire with wheel speed. It's like, holy cow.
Holy crap.
Yeah, the pitch of those motors in your ear, though, it's different. It is
It is.
different sound.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like you're saying, it's go, 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 and you're like, okay, it sounds like one of us, a wedge coming down the track or something. Then all of a sudden, like,
Yeah.
whoa.
There's 3 more RPM. Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't gonna wait till 250 feet to go, John. We can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I always said, it makes mine sound like a Briggs and Stratton.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, yours runs good, JB. You're good. Right. You're ready to go here pretty soon. You guys heading out in May, huh?
Yeah.
Big pull, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Pullers
That's gonna be cool.
Right
on.
Yeah.
Gonna be crazy. We'll see.
Cool.
I know you guys didn't pick Gish because you didn't want to lose,
Right.
He's coming. He's coming.
Hey, we all knew we needed a good pit bitch.
That's right.
Yep.
We got all kinds of people coming, I guess. So
yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's gonna be looking good, Chris. Right on, man.
Gosh. Yep. Took the driveline brake off, putting in new looms. Got to do the brakes on the front. It's been a lot of work.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good.
Awesome.
Good deal.
I love that truck, man. It's
a beautiful
good,
truck.
Man.
Beautiful truck.
He's a lot of steps further ahead than I am.
Come a long way since back in the day, huh?
Yeah, right.
Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'd know how to drive something with those sleds that we got now.
Yeah. That's fun. You talk about letting you go, man. When you're doing 25 to 30 miles an hour down the track, you're like,
yeah, it's fun.
It looks great. I mean, I think it's great and fun.
It is.
Kind of the way the mini tractors felt, like,
Yeah.
Even with the ground sleds that we had, is you just built up a lot of speed really quick, and then slow.
Yep.
Now it's the same for every class.
Right. Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I'm used to like having it to the floor by 50 foot.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
No, 2-wheelers with the speed sleds, especially some of the older ones, it's a trick. You just don't know. It depends on the track you're at, because you get it rolling, you might need to hit the brake. You hit it too hard, then that sled comes up and kisses you right in the butt. Gives you a little push. Sometimes you hit the corn dog booth, maybe the flag man. You just keep going. It makes good videos. People like it. You know how you did before you even got back to the trailer, so it works out.
You're learning it though, man. You're like breaking ground on that, because they're most of the toolers that pull that are the blower rigs.
Right. Yeah.
They have a little more forgiveness than you, so it's an old school truck to pull a new style sled is you're definitely gaining on it, bud.
Oh yeah,
in there, man. We'll see this year. Get more time this year, and like I said, everything's working good. So
nice.
Go out there and just that's why I love pulling. It's kind of like drag racing, but pulling's a little different because you get out there, you're by yourself, you pull your pants down in front of everybody, right down to the ankles, and you let it rip. Good or bad, you're just out there. You just gotta go. No waiting. Right.
Sure.
I think the best place that Jason has usually with half breed, with it being able to stay up in the air and not be so wavy, is Willits.
Willits is that dirt's good up there, man. I like it up there.
Yeah. I like
just gotta miss the post at the end. They got those 2 fence posts. It's either track the guy, you gotta kind of see which way you're going before you kind of touch the brake.
Make a left turn.
Yeah.
Don't hit the brake too hard.
No, I learned that. That's why I don't wear my boots no more. I wear those little 50 shoes. I had those big old army boots on and hit like, oh geez, I'm heading for the fence. Look out.
That's funny.
Get you some hand controls.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do like Ron Mealing said, just put your helmet on backwards one time and just don't look. Just feel it. Just let it rip. Just go for it. Right, Keith? Just go for it. Just hit it.
Well, now this year too, you not only get to do Willits, and next day you get to go back to your hometown.
That's what I'm hearing. That's going to be cool. And then 2 weeks after that, I think it's Plymouth or something. So I like to go back down there. I like that old sandy track. The crowd there is crazy. They're awesome there. You guys know. Well, except for that year, JB, they left all the beer cups in your truck. That was weird.
That was a bad night.
Ooh, yeah. We had remember when somebody was standing on your weight bar. It's like, hey, what are you guys doing?
Well,
really?
that almost started. Remember, we were all standing there, and that almost started a fight right in the middle of the track.
Jeez.
That kid popped off to Matt Fredericks that night.
Yep.
Matt just went, "What did you say?" Next thing you know, you had Miller, you had Mason, you had Titsworth, you had me. That guy was boxed in. He wasn't making it out of there.
No, he wasn't.
No.
Dang, I had beer cups in the cab. I had them inside the weight box. And it's
What
like,
the heck?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Jeez.
Diesel guys.
Well, this dude was backing up the sled, you guys. I mean, this how this place went. Pulled the door open and a tall can of Bud Light fell on the track as he's back into the sled. So they come up and got him, stopped it, and you're out of here. You know?
Yep.
And then, of course, he's got to get all tough and try and argue with the flag guy. And
and then after that, he had the kid in the Ford with a Ford, like a '69 Ford pickup that had secret compartments in his front bumper. And when he bounced one time, 100,000 freaking wheel weight come out of the damn thing.
Yeah.
All over the track.
Yeah.
What came out?
Tire wheel weights.
Wheel
weights.
Filled the bumper up with wheel weights. It looked like he kind of made it look stock, but he didn't do a good job. It fell out,
Oh, that's funny.
And they were everywhere. They're out there for a good 10 minutes picking wheel weights out of the track.
Oh, wow.
We're like, uh-oh.
Yep.
See? Ford guy.
Yeah.
Hey.
Ford guy.
Chris, I know you use the fishing weights, Chris, where you guys are at a gold mine and stuff. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fishing. Don't you live by a lake? That's
we got a big one right down the road. You can look out the window. It's right down there.
Finding them lead weights out there.
Right on, Keith, man. You got
Lakeport, Clear Lake. What's the other names?
Upper Lake, Lower Lake. Yeah. They're not real. Yeah, we got real easy names around here.
That's simple.
Yeah.
Thanks, Keith. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Keith. That's awesome, man. Good hearing all this stuff. So awesome.
That was a fun trip down memory lane, that's for sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it's Poland, I mean, honestly, the most times the most people I talk to are people from Poland.
Yeah.
I think I saw Jason about a month ago.
Right.
Like 5 minutes in a monsoon, but
yeah, we were in a storm. Here's your hood. Here, take care, brother.
I took my drag car for a '57 Bel Air, and
nice.
Jason hooked me up with a stock hood because it had this ugly carbon fiber thing on it. And
sweet.
But, yeah, I got to visit for 5 minutes, and I think I got hypothermia during that. By the time I got the car tied down and back into the truck.
That's right, Chris. That's what we do. Yep.
Yeah. You know what, Keith? Me and my brother just made it back.
I like that guy.
County because it was flooding. I told you the road was coming apart right there on 20.
Yeah.
Because that was the first big storm we had, whatever. But we made it back. It was a fun trip though. Good to see you.
Yeah.
All right. Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
You're always welcome to come back pulling,
Yeah. Come on back.
I might have to. We got rid of the drag car. We got to do something stupid.
Heck
yeah.
Or just come out and have fun.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, Jess is selling the Willis Phoenix. Call him. I think he'll make a good deal on it before something happens to it. It's in Susanville.
Yeah, square body Chevy for you right there.
It's where, Susanville?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. We got to pull in Susanville in August. So you can just grab it when we're there.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is I don't live in Klamath Falls anymore.
Yeah, he's up in
Washington.
Washington, yeah.
You're up in Washington now?
I am Ocean Park, Washington. We live on the Lower Peninsula and like very bottom corner of Washington.
Oh, okay.
So and I mean, I'm sure to get to any pole is going to be a ways.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's not much around here. That's for sure.
Yeah, we got quite a bit around here. We're
very. I mean, not necessarily Nevada. We got 4 or 5 here, but it's not that far to go to Cali to pull or whatever.
Right. Yeah, you can jump down to California pretty easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot up in the Northwest, Pacific Northwest. Whenever Gish is the household name up there.
Yeah. Yeah. He's run off all the competition.
Pretty brutal. It's a rough
Hey.
crowd. So nothing's changed, Keith. Nothing has changed. It's
Nothing
still a rough
changed.
crowd. Tough love. Tough love.
Well, if everybody gets down this way, I know it's a really good group. Everybody tries to help each other. If you need help with something, that's why I love the Pullen family. Really good. Everybody helps each other.
Hey, we gotta have fun. I'm gonna have 40 hours in a seat next to that guy over there in the corner. So
yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be some stories coming up.
Yes. Gish, you do not have to. Okay. I have an empty seat too.
All right. Sounds good.
And you're always welcome to be my co-pilot, man.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah.
So
Well, right on, Keith. Hey, man. Thanks a lot, brother.
We're gonna go over, talk a little bit real quick about some upcoming pools, and then we're gonna be done. So
Sweet.
So, this coming up here shortly. April 6th is Mike L.L.'s got
so funny to say.
Turlock. What'd you say, Jason?
I said upcoming polls. That's so funny to say.
Upcoming polls this week.
It's March, not even April yet.
The list just keeps,
April.
the list just keeps on getting longer and longer and longer on these polls.
God, there's tons this year. It seems like something else keeps coming up.
Well, yeah. Where did all these fairs get this money all of a sudden? It's crazy.
See you in July.
The crappy part about it is you're falling on a leap year too, where you got these fairs have their dates, and you got a fair that's way up north, and you got a fair that's in central that are landing on the same weekends.
Yeah.
So there's 2 pools going on the same weekend because these fairs are lining up, and it happens every 7 years.
Yeah.
And that's a bummer too, because it splits all the trucks up. That's the bad part is you got guys that are closer and.
Yeah, like I told John though, it's kind of a blessing because some of these shows you have to be done in like an hour and a half, right? So you don't want 70 hooks.
Yeah.
You don't want
that
70.
whole time limit thing is I mean, I understand the fair promoters need that because they want everybody to go back in and spend money, but what a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, Ukiah the year before last, you guys remember, not last year, but the year before last, I mean, you didn't have time to do nothing. You had to get going. I mean, it was both sleds, because she said this show has to be done in 2 hours.
Well,
there was 90-something hooks.
Yeah, they want you done and back in the fair,
right?
Yep.
Or a concert starting or whatever. So that's the best.
We got pools like Willits where we can get a whole bunch of pullers in there, and Willits brings in a lot of local pullers.
Yep.
And one sled.
65, 70 hooks, one sled.
It
shows a long show, but man, they stick around for it.
Yeah.
All night. That's all that. What's cool is the Mercedes, they got that pull back because that was a good stop in the 80s. I know Ron Mealing and some of those guys used to love going to Willits because of that. The fans and everybody. I mean, they stick around, love it, come in the pits afterwards. And I think they still have that big dance.
They had a concert set.
That's a big.
Fred's the one
Are we on the air still?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'll tell you guys. Nothing, but we're good. Okay, babe. All right, guys. I got to get rolling.
All right.
Good seeing you guys. Hope to see you this summer here for sooner. I know we're going to try and go to Castile. I don't know if you guys are or not. I don't know what yet, but May, Dixon, and then go from there. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in Gish. Still on the list for Sublimity, so
all right, baby.
Should be able to do it this year with no work and stuff. Talk to the wife. Everybody wants to go, so we'll see.
Good.
So April, we got the Friends of the Fair Pool that L&L has, Mike Lewis has at Stanislaus County Fairgrounds, April 6th, and then April 13th. Yeah, 13th is the Poly Royal.
Right. Yeah, you guys are you going to Cal Poly, Jay?
I'm not.
JB, are you okay?
Oh, I might go. It all depends on what's going on. I might go down and just help. Arnold's going to take his pickup down.
Cool.
They asked him if he wanted to bring the pickup down. So
The road doesn't get there from here. So
Chris,
so
you
far, I ain't
gotta
done
go
yet.
around. You got to do like a loop. You're good.
yeah.
Hey, really good seeing you guys. Good show tonight. I think that was good getting Kieth on there for some old
Yes.
info. So right on.
Yeah. Stick around and we'll close her out. So don't get off yet. So
Okay.
stand by. I gotta go back to videos.
One night stand.